Hello Aries, Aries Rising, and Aries Moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting April 24th, 2017. And a quick reminder for you guys that I do have a special video up. It's all about what to do post-Venus retrograde. It's about the Venus shadow period. If you're interested in checking that out, it's on the main channel page under featured videos. It should be right at the top. And of course, you know, if you ever want to get a session with me, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com. So what is going on with Aries astrology this week? Well, we do have, in the very beginning of the week, Mercury, yes, retrograde still, because it's going to be retrograde up until the 4th of May, back in Aries, back in your sign. And it's going to be actually forming a tight conjunction with Saturn, also retrograde in Sagittarius. Now, this is actually a good thing. This is why it's never a good idea to just kind of look point blank at associations with the word retrograde. Because what this is going to do, in a lot of ways for you, this is connecting your first house with your 9th house. And when we have Saturn retrograde and Mercury retrograde together, an opportunity that, let's just say, was made, you know, or a decision that was made unfair to you in regards to perhaps a career move, or an education move, or an application acceptance, rejection, or negotiation, is going to be revisited. If you have any appeals that you've been trying to make, or appeals that you made in regards to your boss, a work situation, a legal situation, something that you're trying to get amended or fixed, you could have had this going on, or maybe you even submitted this discussion as far back as early March. We finally have that getting put back on the table, and people are finally ready and willing to listen. Later on in the week, we've got a new moon in Taurus in your earned income sector, and a lot of you Aries people over the next 2 weeks are going to be granted an opportunity to actually get a new income stream, whether you're looking for a new job, whether you are looking for an opportunity to perhaps make a switch in the current workplace, or to start up even a second line of income that's actually going to be boosting your profits quite a bit. Now that the sun will have been moved by this time into your earned income sector, it does look like things are going to be a lot easier for a lot of the Aries people to make some dough. So what is going on with your cards then this week? Well, for your spiritual advice, we do have the card of the Shapeshifter. And the Shapeshifter is basically a card that puts us on notification. It's time to pay attention to where we have to actually be willing to switch roles a lot this week, which is a very important message. You know, I think that nowadays, you know, people are very hung up on roles, whether it's roles in relationships, roles in jobs. Everyone's really, like, hung up on labels and designations. But the ability to adapt and switch between them is basically what separates, you know, the rookie from the master. And when we have the Shapeshifter card, it's talking a lot about more flexibility being needed from you. A lot of the time this can talk about opportunities coming to us if we're willing to actually change roles more frequently, or be even more volunteering when it comes to changing our roles in our relationships, because again, the old role, or maybe even the old model that we were told we were supposed to be, again, whether professionally, traditionally, however, is sort of obsolete this week. And I think that what the Shapeshifter is basically saying, like, look, it's even if you don't want to change roles for the sake of strategy, you don't have to like it, but it's absolutely crucial this week to be able to actually change your role and your designation at will. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and finances, we do have the Fool card reversed, which is a very interesting card because it does talk about a new opportunity coming to you that you may not feel that you want right away. Going into, again, that Shapeshifter role, this could actually be something that turns out to be quite fabulous. But it doesn't sound like everything you had on your wish list, because perhaps it's all about what's on paper. Now, we got to get away from what's on paper, absolutely. You know, but sometimes we get a little obsessed with certainty, and we kind of worry that on paper, you know, if it's not on paper, we can't trust it. Be careful with that, because the Fool card reversed is basically saying this issue will evolve. Remember, this is coming during a Mercury retrograde, so if it doesn't look good on paper right now, it's not going to stick that way anyway. For those of you who are currently employed and not looking for new work and just wondering about money in general, the Fool card reversed has a bit of a different message. It is saying, again, we are going to be offered an opportunity to advance ourselves or perhaps even improve our income situation by making us do something that either A, we've never had experience doing, or B, something we may have had a low opinion of, but we may evolve on the issue. For your communications with air, we do have the Nine of Swords reversed. This is kind of an interesting card because when it comes to friends and family, the Nine of Swords reversed can talk a lot about melodrama. And when we say melodrama, it means it's really not a serious issue. It's just people are getting pretty serious about an issue that's not serious. And the Nine of Swords reversed can indicate a need to stop a friend or a relative from doing something profoundly stupid or ill-advised because of the emotional state that they are in. And that can be hard to do because sometimes, people, talking somebody off a ledge who doesn't know they're on a ledge takes a lot of finesse. Takes a lot of shape-shifting, too. With the Nine of Swords reversed, this could indicate a situation where we're stopping a friend from breaking up from a perfectly good relationship. We could be trying to talk a family member out of quitting a perfectly good job, or, going just a bit too far when it comes to getting their point across, because whatever this person's willing to do to feel relief may be too much. For your challenge this week with fire, we've got the Four of Wands reversed. Not a bad challenge at all. But the Four of Wands reversed often does talk about a reward coming for understanding that the good is not always going to, again, be presented up front. The Four of Wands reversed, I always think of this, the idea that you have to sometimes set up for your own party. You have to set up and choreograph and kind of create your own perfect job, create your own perfect relationship. And your challenge this week is, again, to make sure that you understand that things are coming together incomplete, but it's in a way that's actually working for you. Because sometimes when things are coming to us crystal clear and perfectly already complete in and of themselves, there's an inflexibility about them. Your challenge with the Four of Wands reversed is saying, I'm totally willing to work with this. This will have to change. In fact, the Four of Wands reversed, it's kind of like saying, look, are you willing to be your own event planner? Are you willing to be the host of your own party? Are you willing to put in that work? Because all of that good fortune is still there for you, even though the Four of Wands is reversed. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we've got the Two of Swords upright. And this card can indicate a need for some tough love on the love front when it comes to how you're going to be handling a crush or a lover. The Two of Swords can indicate a need for you to be completely neutral, where a partner or a crush is asking you to take sides and perhaps blindly agree. The thing about that is, whether it's love or whether it's family, sometimes people think loyalty just means going along with whatever somebody says or does, regardless of whether or not it's in the right. And I think that this week you're going to have to kind of make that stand with a partner. But I mean, again, it is tough love because, they wouldn't do, you wouldn't want them doing that for you. You wouldn't want them to encourage you to do something that could be detrimental to yourself or the relationship. So why would you go and encourage them to do something detrimental to themselves or to the relationship? This doesn't necessarily mean anyone's getting into serious trouble. In fact, the Two of Swords, this platform of neutrality, might just be enough of a reality check that helps get our partner or our crush to see the light without having to smack them upside the head. So that is your horoscope, Aries. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com.